Hi, this is Faith Bernard, the holistic entrepreneur, doing a video from my home in beautiful Sedona, Arizona. And today's topic is the importance, and it's absolutely critical, that you have a daily mode of operation for your MLM business. And why is that so important? Because most of the time people are just thinking about their business, and days and weeks go by and they've actually not done anything in their business on a daily basis. So let's talk about what you need to do first. First of all, you know that my passion is self-love, because without that, you don't have the foundation to do anything else. And out of self-love should be self-care. So that means balance, exercise, good nutrition, and eating well, and exercise and sunlight, positive people in your life, all of that. That's laying the groundwork. But then at some point, you have to have that daily mode of operation if you want to see your dreams move forward. Now, there are those serendipitous events that will happen more and more frequently where you didn't plan them, they just happen, and then you optimize them because you're ready for it, because your mindset's ready. But having a daily mode of operation, not only does it discipline you, but it really is like tilling the soil, if you will, to grow your crops. Because if you don't till the soil, you're not going to have a good fertile ground for crops to take hold and grow, for those plants to grow. And so that's what you're doing. So what would you do in your daily mode of operation? So many people are thinking about their business, or they're getting their office organized. Organize your office so that you can work. You want to do that. You want to be organized so you're effective and you're not feeling overwhelmed or you're sitting in the middle of chaos. Those are valid points, but staying there is just resistance to doing what you really need to do in your business. So a daily mode of operation has to do with reaching out and connecting with people. Now, some people will do, the phone call and reach out to people that way. No issues with that. That's a very powerful way to reach out, and I use it in my business on a daily basis. However, if you want to leverage your time, and depending on if you're working full-time, you may not have the leisure, the opportunity to just sit on the phone and quote, dial for dollars. And with social media platforms today, there really is no reason to do that initially. You'll have to pick up the phone at some point, but you want something simple, effective that you can do on a daily basis. So you want to grow your network in addition to the network you already have. So obviously, always put together that list. Even if you're saying, hey, I don't want to go to my family and friends because I've been down that road too many times. That's okay, but still put some kind of list together, even if you just think of people that would enjoy your products and services. But there's a power in having a list. There's something about it coalesces the energy of the universe to move forward in the direction that you've said you want to go. So have a 3-ring binder or some kind of notepad or notebook, if you will, that is going to just be as you think of these names, and sometimes they'll be in the shower, sometimes when you're driving, just write them down. Just get them on paper so you have them there. You can always refer back later. You just want to get them down. You can even have a recorder. And these days there's an app for that, right? You can just go on your smartphone and record a name as you think of it. But be careful. If you're driving, be careful that you pay attention to your driving. So that's one thing that's foundational. People sort of hate to create lists because they think, and a lot of people, internet marketers or internet network marketers, are building lists through having online opportunities, marketing funnels, reaching out, doing Facebook ads, doing online marketing of some kind, and they're building a list that way. So there's lots of ways to build a list, and you might be doing all of it. You might have a list that you're actually manually putting names into, and you may have a list that you're building automatically as people express interest in your product, service, or opportunity, or all three. So that is number one. Number two, how do we grow our network in a way that, for a lot of people, they don't have a lot of money to spend on marketing initially. Some will, some won't. Now, once you figure out your marketing, I will say, if you know you're going to get a good return on your investment, if you will, of what you're doing with your marketing, then it can make sense to allocate a certain amount of money in that arena. But we're going to just assume for a moment that you have some time during the, in the morning and in the evening And you just want a simple way to reach out to people that you can do consistently on a daily basis, at least Monday through Friday, and maybe weekends too, depending on how aggressive and how fast you want to grow your business. But you also want to take time away from the business, and be sure to have balance and block out your time. So I mentioned on one of the videos that there's a great way to use social graph on Facebook. You notice a search bar on any Facebook page that you can do searches like people interested in network marketing, entrepreneurship, home-based business. It could be Reiki practitioners, massage therapists, people who are into chiropractic or are chiropractors. Again, depending on the kind of product service that you are representing, those are keyword phrases that you can use to do searches and bring people up. And there's a way for you to, send them a pre-typed up message that you copy and paste, and then you can go check out their profile, and if you can, depending on how their Facebook page is set up, you can also respond to them on their page and comment on their comments. Make a list, whether you type it up as you're going along, of the person's, you want to copy and paste the link to their profile page into a list. I usually just do it on email, and I keep it, I make a list, and then I send it to myself, and I put it in a file folder in my email program. So why am I doing this? Because I'm going to check back with them periodically, see what they're talking about. If it interests me, it has to be sincere. I'm going to comment on it, and over time I'm going to build some rapport. Okay. So the whole goal is to reach out to 20 people a day, ideally 10 in the morning, 10 at night. You may not always have that in your schedule, so you might have to do 20 at once, but ideally 10 and 10, because Facebook has some algorithms, and that way you don't raise any red flags. And your idea of reaching out is to message them. It may go in their other box, so be aware of that. But if you can say something on their page, respond to them, and then copy and paste their URL to their Facebook page. The whole idea of this is not the only way to reach out. This is just one way to reach out. You just need to be reaching out to, hopefully 20 people a day, whether that's through a phone call, a networking event you go to where you connect with some people, or you're using the power of leverage through social platforms. And there's so much we can do with the social platforms. We'll be doing tons of videos on that. As I learn new things, I'll be sharing that on video. But again, this is just something that you can start with, because most people are on Facebook, and most people can learn to do this strategy and know at least they've reached out to 10 in the morning, 10 at night. And that would be one of the things that you can include in your daily mode of operation. And again, depending on the amount of time that you have to devote to your business. So hopefully you're finding that helpful. Daily mode of operation, you've got to have it. If you can't measure it, if you have not said, I am going to do this, now there'll be days that maybe you can't do that 10 or 20, but you go meet with someone for lunch and you end up having this incredible conversation. Turns out they're interested in your business. So there will be those exceptions. However, don't use the exceptions as an excuse to stop doing your daily mode of operation. Be intuitive, be in the moment, but also have a daily mode of operation, because that's what tells the soil so that your plants will grow up nice and healthy and you have lots of them. Because remember, not all seeds sprout. So you've got to plant a lot of seeds. And your job, and my challenge to you on this daily mode of operation using this particular method, is to do this for 90 days. And even in the first 30 days, you should be looking at the potential of reaching out to 400 new contacts. Okay, that's really, really powerful. So if you're not clear on this strategy, refer back to my social graph Facebook strategy, and you can get the details on that. And I also do a screen share so you can see it. Practice it, get comfortable with it, and that will move you forward in addition to people you already know and other marketing reach out methods you may be participating in. I'll do a video also on how to create Facebook groups around different topics, and there's a way to have auto posts of content for that topic, and then you come in periodically and you can promote that group page on your Facebook page and start getting people join you there. And that's something I'm going to do around, I'm with Isogenics, and we have an amazing product B. And so I'm going to create a product B group, and I'll share that on another video. So with that, everyone, have a fantastic day, and we'll catch you on the next video.